Let me say this here today. Layoffs are tough. They shake your confidence. They shake your finances and even your identity. But let me tell you, layoffs is not the end of your story. For the most part, it is the beginning of something bigger and better. It just depends on how you approach it. Take it from me, I have been there not just once, but 2 good times. Can you imagine Coach Karen? And that is even the most difficult part, because you have these thousands of people looking up to you when it comes to career, and then only for you to come out and say you've been laid off. You just cannot get the support that you need just because you don't want to discourage people. That's where I found myself, because you have all these people out there who have been laid off, and then you too, they are running to you as that safety net, and then you're telling them, oh, I'm also in the same situation. It's just gonna kill their morale. So that's where I found myself when I was in that situation. So when I tell you I'm speaking from hands-on experience, believe me. First of all, let's normalize layoff. In 2025, do you know that layoffs happen to some of the most talented professionals across industries, and most of the time for reasons that are completely out of their control? Have you ever been in a situation where your manager is hinting you about upcoming layoffs, and your manager is not looking, well, your manager is looking to be empathetic with you, consoling you at the same time. Your manager is giving you a heads up that they are also already updating their own resume. So it will be better if you do the same. Have you found yourself in that kind of situation? So I'm saying this to say that layoffs, for the most part, is really for reasons that is known of your course. It's just things that are beyond out of your control. I'm talking about things like restructuring, leadership decisions, market changes, inflation. For the most part, all these things are things that doesn't define your worth. So for those that have been in layoffs, that have been laid off for a while, or have been recently laid off and they are just so struggling, most of them have given up already. I'm just here to help you with some of the things that I did when I was laid off that really helped me a lot, and I believe it's going to help many of others out there. Now let's get into it. And before we do that, this is Coach Karen, your business agility, AI and career coach, now teaching or educating everyday people just like myself on healthy money habits that will enable them to save smart, invest confidently, and grow wealth without stress and without any confusion. So if you haven't subscribed to this space yet, please click that subscription button, the notification bell, and share this video. You never know, share this video. Many people out there have been impacted with layoffs, and they are in different levels. Some have been laid off for years now, some have been laid off just a little while ago. So share this video. And if you're looking to be better with your money, subscribe to Healthy Money Habits. That's the channel that we have where we talk strictly about money and finances. Thank you very much. Now, what do you do when you are laid off, or you've been laid off for a while? What do you do? Number 1, you need to pause and process it. I beg, give yourself permission. It's okay to feel. It's okay to just find time to take it all in before worrying about what's next. It's okay. Number 2, financial check-in. Just take out time, sit down and review your finances, like your saving, your emergency funds, any severance package if your organization is offering one. And if they are not, for my case, it was even worse. The second time I was laid off, because I was in a contract role, right? I was laid off, and as a contractor, you don't get nothing. As a severance package, you don't get nothing. So it's very important that you just take out that time to review what you have in terms of finances. It's going to help you remove a lot of fear. Trust me, it will help you remove a lot of fear. So just take out that time. That's even a good time for you to be intentional about start budgeting. It's going to really help you remove a lot of fear. Number 3, rebuild your narrative, rebuild your brand, rebuild your presence. This is the moment after you've processed it, you've reviewed your finances. This is a moment where you want to clean up, update your resume, update your LinkedIn profile, optimize your LinkedIn profile, and show yourself. Be out there, be seen, you see. And then the next thing you want to do is network. You need to invoke the power of networking. Do you know that 84% of jobs, of people who jobs really land jobs from networking? It's really less from the job boards. So networking is very essential. Start attending community events, attend conferences, attend your local employment events, attend all these things, and most especially put yourself out there. Engage in contents that are related to career, your niche. Engage in those kind of content, and don't just go there to say, wait, let me say this clearly, because this is very important. Even when you go on social media, say LinkedIn, to engage in a comment, you should be intentional. You should know what you're looking for. Don't just go there to write something like, oh, very correct, exactly, I agree with you, thank you for sharing. Don't do that. You want to express intelligence in your engagement, you see. So engage in that content, and be analytic about it, and write something insightful. Through comment sections, people have been employed. Even if you cannot create content on your own, not every is designed for content creation, because I'll tell you, this thing is not easy. It is not. So it's okay if you're not a content creator, right? But when you go to engage, at least you should be able to chime in your idea about whatever, or your perspective about any content on social media, on LinkedIn. I'm talking about LinkedIn to be specific. Be insightful with your comments. You want to always be that one that stands out in the comment section, that even if they are not responding to all the other comments, they will be forced to respond to you because of how intentional and insightful your comments are. And which is why what I typically do is, because of time and a lot of brain cells this whole social media thing takes, as part of my plan, right, I said I'm gonna engage in at least 2 to 5 posts on LinkedIn every single day. Maximum 5, but averagely 2. And when I go to engage in this post, I am really engaging, you see. So that's how my content are being recognized. That's how my platform, my own space is being recognized. And most of the time when I engage, these people have no choice but to follow me, you see. So that's what I'm suggesting to you as well. Last but not the least, let me sound this out very loud and clearly. Invest in yourself. I cannot say this enough. Do you know that most of the time when people find themselves in situations like this is when that gift in them that has been sitting dead in themselves rejuvenates, and they're able to pick it up and run with it? But you will not be able to do that if you're not able to clean it up, refine yourself, and work on yourself. A mentorship program, take a coaching program to really birth this new idea of yours, or to learn a new skill in relation to your career. Learn that new skill in respect to your career. Do you know that the second time that I was laid off, that's when I decided to pick this whole my healthy money habits idea and run with it. And do you know how this started? Because when my mentees will reach out to me to cry, just looking for a shoulder to lean on, and because they've been laid off, in that process of having a conversation with them, I realized they are truly broke. These people have been earning over 6 figures. They've been making a lot of money, but they've been laid off not even up to a week or a month, and they are already broke. So I'm like, what is happening? Why are they not able to make their money work for them? Why are they only so good at going to hustle the money? But when you hustle the money, what do you do with it? So that's when I realized that people are just so ignorant when it comes to, they are just so illiterate when it comes to financial education. So that's when, and then that moment when I was laid off the second time, I need to feed myself to a point where I wouldn't feel miserable inside. I started digging and finding, and that's how I came across this huge, ginormous financial literacy platform. I joined the program immediately. When my spirit connected with it, my spirit vetted it. I did a little bit of research, and then based on my research, I agreed with what my spirit and the Holy Spirit was telling me. I went right straight into it. It was a 3 months program. I invested in it. I paid the tuition, whatever they were charging, I paid for it, and I focused on it. You see, I focused on it, and that's how I earned my license. And that's how I was able to learn and be mentored and be coached, and I was able to structure my financial knowledge. And that's how I'm able to bring it to you all, as you see on Healthy Money Habits today. You see, so there is always something, but you need to invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. You are your number one asset, because as you can see, you're laid off, which means that these employers can mess you up at any time. But coming back to you, what do you have to offer you? You see, so invest in yourself. What is that one thing that you love so much that you do it effortlessly? Find it and make sure whatever you're investing in, ask yourself, how can I monetize this? Don't just go jump into something because you want to jump into something. Ask yourself, by the time I'm done with this, see it as a return on investment. How can I monetize this at the end of the day? If you're able to answer the question on how you can monetize this, then go ahead and do it, instead of just sitting there and sitting in misery, wallowing in your layoffs. So that's it. If you need guidance to go through what I've told you, you know that at Being Agile Consulting, that's what we do. Career coaching and development is part of what we do. Business coaching is what we do. So feel free to reach out to us. We can help you repackage you, rebrand you, rebuild your self-confidence, change your mindset, change your vocabulary, and package you into something that you will not even be able to recognize your own self. And not just that, we will empower you with skills that you can market for the next 3 months, and you will be able to add value because you will actually gain hands-on skills, and you'll be living in your fulfilled career life. So reach out to us, info@beingagileconsulting.com, or you email us, or you visit our website at beingagileconsulting.com, or you send us a text or just give us a call, and we'll be happy to give you a free 15-minute orientation to see what's best for you and define a plan for you. We work together with you to achieve that plan. Thank you very much, and hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next video.